Alrighty, good morning Arkansas. This is Assistant Chief Forecaster Kevin back here once again. I'm here to give you guys a winter weather update on what's going on across the natural state. I'm going to talk to you guys about a few things here, what's going on radar, what to expect later on today, and also I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about what to expect for the accumulations as well, and the specific timing, okay? So, this is what we got going at this point here, guys. You guys up there in Northwestern Arkansas, as I mentioned before, over the last couple of days here, that you guys were going to start the ball up there today, and this is what we got going here. So we got some snow living in the Northwestern Arkansas at this point. A bone-chilling 23 degrees already in Bentonville, 25 in Fayetteville, 25 in Harrison, 34 right now in Fort Smith, but that temperature will be falling very quickly. We got 36 in Mena. We got 52 in Texarkana right now, 52 in El Dorado, 52 in Camden, 46 right now in the Metro, 39 degrees up there in Pocahontas, and 43 in Memphis, 54 right now, the warmest in the state down there in Monticello at this time here. So, except for guys, this is what we got going at this point. There's a snowfall across Northwestern Arkansas right now. Let's zoom in. Let's take a look at it. And also the blues that you're seeing, by the way, this blue is the current 32 degree line as well. So we've got the radar and the current 32 degree line kind of overlaid at this point with our radar. But you can see the snowfall kind of moving stationary over Northwestern Arkansas right now. Some rain down here in Northwestern Arkansas kind of mixing in with the snowfall. But this should quickly change over to all snow as we get towards probably the next hour or two down there in Fort Smith. We've gotten some very unfortunate information up there in Northwestern Arkansas this morning. The roads are very slick, and it has led to some accidents. Right now we got a total of about 8 to 9 road accidents on the roadways, guys. If you have to travel this morning, please be very, very careful, guys. This is what we've been warning you guys about over the last couple of days, that you guys were going to start the ball up there in Northwest Arkansas, and that's where you were going to have that potential of seeing the slick roadways throughout much of the day today, okay? So if you have to travel, guys, be very careful. We've gotten several reports of wrecks up there in Northwestern Arkansas this morning here, and also along Interstate 40 back out in Oklahoma this morning as well, guys. So please, please, please take your time if you have to get out. If you don't have to get out, folks, don't get out, okay? I know most schools up here are closed. Most businesses, I don't know if most businesses are still open, etc. But if you have to get out, folks, please be very careful on the roadways this morning, okay? So, elsewhere across the state, as said before, guys, we're still all clear at this point, but that will change as we get towards this afternoon and into this evening here, okay? So, as you all know, the winter weather advisory goes for the entire state, correct? Okay, there's nobody that's going to be left out. A generalized 1 to 3 inches of snow from across the area, 2 to 4 in higher elevations here across the area, and then that 1/2 in southeast Arkansas. And speaking of which, we're going to talk about that here just shortly here, guys. But there's something I do want to show you guys real quickly here. It's going to be our Futurecast. So bear with me for just a bit. I'm going to get that information up for you guys. But while we're there, I know there's a lot of people that are asking about the road conditions here across the board. So while we're waiting for Futurecast to load up, I'm going to show you guys what's going on in terms of the roads at this point, okay? So this is in Northwestern Arkansas. Bear with me for just a bit. Okay, I got to switch this over. Give me 1 second. Alright, give me 1 second here. Okay, there it is right there. Okay, so this is in Northwest Arkansas right now. As I said before, we've got a lot of reports of wrecks up here in Northwest Arkansas at this point. So if you don't have to get out, folks, please do not get out this morning, guys. Be very, very careful on the roadways this morning, okay? So, as I said before, we're waiting for Futurecast to kind of load up at this point. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to switch this over to that, and we're going to get that information up for you guys at this point, okay? So forward, that snow band up there in Northwest Arkansas is going to start pushing down into central Arkansas at this point. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and talk about timing, okay? Because our timing map is basically on point on what we have here, okay? So there's our original accumulation map. Let's talk about timing, okay? So this is timing right now in Northwestern Arkansas. So we've got now to about 4 or 5 o'clock this evening, and then 2 to 7 p.m. across the area here. And I said before yesterday that we were going to have to watch and wait and see if there was going to be any sort of kind of timing differences, timing changes with our maps here. And this is what we got. So there's a little bit of an earlier timing versus what we had yesterday, okay? So we got 2 to 7 across the board, and then 4 o'clock, around 4 to 5 o'clock, coming into the metro here. And as Derek mentioned before yesterday, we are very concerned about the metro areas because this is going to be coming in right around rush hour, okay? So if you're listening to this right now, you're at work, you're planning on getting off 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon, you're in Little Rock, please be very careful getting home, okay? Rush hour, a lot of heavy snow is going to be moving in. It's going to be a very quick transition over to heavy snow. The roadways are going to deteriorate pretty quickly, okay? So please keep that in mind in the metro. Be very, very careful if you have to get out and travel this afternoon, guys, okay? I know it's all sunny, 40 degrees right now across the board. There's not much going on, but please be very, very careful if you have to travel this afternoon, okay? Because it's going to be coming in right around that 3, 4 o'clock time frame. And then down in southern Arkansas, we're talking right around that 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock time frame. And this is going to last all the way until midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. And then it should be out of here by this point, okay? So just kind of keep that in mind across the area. Right now to 5 p.m. for Northwestern Arkansas, 2 to 7 for North Central. And then Central Arkansas, Southwest, and Eastern Arkansas, we're talking 4 p.m. to around midnight. And then down in Southeastern Arkansas, right around 7, 8 o'clock this evening, going into the midnight hours as well here, okay? So just kind of keep that in mind. As I said before, we're going to be watching the situation very, very closely. We'll keep you guys updated on that. Now, let's talk about this real quickly here, and then I'm going to show you guys the future cast here in just a bit. Now, there has been some tweaking to our accumulation map, just a little bit. Our general thinking still remains the same here, but there has been some tweaking to our forecast here, okay? So right now, 2 to 4, still the same up there in Northwestern Arkansas. Alright, we're aware some places may end up getting more than the 4 up there in Northwestern Arkansas, okay? And then the higher elevations as well in Western Arkansas. But we've kind of expanded the 1 to 3, as you can see. And yesterday we had to trace to a ½ an inch down there in southeastern Arkansas. We've bumped those totals up just a tad. We're talking ½ an inch to an inch in far southeast Arkansas, 1 to 3 across the majority of the area here. And notice on the right hand side of the graphic, locally higher amounts, okay? We're going to have to watch that this afternoon into this evening because of the fact that we could have what's called convective banding setting up, which basically means the potential thunderstorms on the table, all right? We're going to have to watch that close as we get towards this evening to the night. That could accelerate those snowfall totals across the area, okay? So just kind of keep that in mind as we get towards this afternoon, this evening. This will be posted on the page as soon as this live stream is over, so you're not missing anything. I know a lot of people are going to tune into this late, asking about timing, etc. All this information is going to be posted on the page as soon as this live stream is over, okay? But this is our kind of, I would say, new accumulation map. Still the same, just a little bit of a tweaking here and there to kind of account for southern Arkansas, bumping those totals up down there in South Arkansas at this point, okay? I know everybody's asking about certain cities as well. You will find the information on the page, guys. All the information is going to be there at this point, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to switch back over to our future cast, and I'm going to show you guys what could be happening as we get towards this evening here, okay? So this is current future cast at this point, alright, and I'm going to take this out all the way. Give me 1 second, I'm going to back this up, alright? Let me see if I can get this timing to load up correctly here, okay? So, bear me for just a bit, okay? See if I can get this to load up for me real fast here, okay? So I had it. Alright, so basically what's going to be happening is we get towards the evening into the night. You can see that banding of snow up there in northwestern Arkansas. That's going to be moving down here, okay? So I'm going to go over timing. Alright, get this information to load up for me real quickly here. Having some technology issues, as you can probably tell by now. Alright, but you can see this is right around 3 p.m., okay? So northern header up here. Give me 1 second. Let me switch this over at this point, okay? So 1 second, Rooney. We're going to get that switched. And there we go. Okay. Alright, so back to business here, guys. Said before, this is what we're looking at. So this is right around 3 p.m., okay? And this is what I'm talking about. That's going to be coming into the metro by the time we get towards 3 o'clock, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, notice something. Right around 4, I'm going to stop it right here. Alright? You're going to see some thunderstorm activity down here in southwestern Arkansas. This is going to be very, very important to watch as we get towards that 4 or 5 o'clock time frame here, because what's going to happen is this is going to move northward, northeastward, okay? Colder air is coming in, storms are moving northeast as well. That's what's going to lead to that heavier snow falling across the area as we get towards that 4 and to the 5 o'clock time frame. And I also notice there's a lot of people leaving because they're not getting their questions answered as well. Folks, you got to be patient with us. Stay with us, guys, okay? We're trying to get to everybody as physically as possible, but we got to get to the information first before I can start answering questions, okay? So this is what we got. So for this is around 4 o'clock this afternoon, okay? And then this is 5. Alright, this is coming right into the metro, and I'm warning you guys now, if you're in the metro right now, you need to be very careful getting home, because it's going to be right around rush hour. Alright, you're going to have a lot of heavy snow moving in by this point. Please keep this in mind, okay? I'm warning you guys now, because travel is going to get kind of chaotic this morning. We've already seen that in Northwestern Arkansas this morning. Please be very careful on the roadways, okay? So this is moving southeast, okay? This is right around 5 o'clock this afternoon. Alright, and then this is 6. Okay, so this is 6 o'clock this afternoon. You guys are seeing this down here. Alright, let me move the map for just a second so you guys can see a little bit better at this point. Okay, so bear with me for just a second. I'm going to move this map so you guys can see it. Okay, so there it is right there. Alright, so you can see this is 6 o'clock. Look at the swath of snow moving from northeast Arkansas to southwest. Okay, this is a heavy band of snow moving through this area. Okay, this is what I'm saying. Be very careful getting home this evening, okay? We're going to have to watch this very, very closely, guys, all right? And then by the time we get towards 8 o'clock, you can see, by the time we're pushing this through southeastern Arkansas, right around 8 o'clock, this snow is still going to be continuing. It could be very heavy snow as well. And I see some comments about the wind. We're looking at 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts with this as well, okay? So, yes, this is still on the table. Power outages right now, it's going to be not expecting a crazy ton of power outages. It's not going to be like an apocalyptic thing or anything like that in terms of power outages, but we may have to watch out depending on how much accumulation we can get in terms of the power on the power lines. Okay, so got to watch that close, especially in central and eastern Arkansas. And as Derek mentioned before yesterday, with the recent severe weather, with the recent ice we've had, the tree limbs are weakened. So we will have to watch that as we get towards this afternoon into this evening, okay? So this is going to start pushing through. This is right around 8 o'clock. So if you're needing timing, this is time to pay attention right now. I'm going over timing at this point, all right? And then 9 o'clock is going to move into southeastern Arkansas. Snow will still be ongoing across much of the area by this point, but the heaviest will be in southeastern Arkansas, okay? And you notice the green here. This is not rainfall, okay? This is freezing drizzle or maybe some snow flurry still lingering behind this, okay? This is not rainfall, all right? This is heavy snow across southeastern Arkansas, as you can see, all right? And there could be some light snow still moving across the area, across central and northeastern Arkansas, even at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, this should be pushing through Arkansas by this point, and then by the time we get towards midnight, it should be very, very over with for us here in Arkansas. And this is going to be moving into Mississippi and into the Alabama. This is going to be moving in pretty quickly, okay? It's going to be a quick burst of snow. It's going to put down a good amount of snowfall across the area, and then it's going to be out of here, okay? So, Richie, I wouldn't call it a second round. It's just something that's kind of lingering on. It's nothing too significant that's going to be happening with this. It's just kind of something that a little bit moisture still left behind with the colder air coming in behind it, and that's what could lead to some light flurries later on, but it's not going to be anything major. And then by the time we get towards midnight, it should be completely out of here by this point. Okay, guys? So that's basically it. I've got all my information out now. I am going to go over some questions here, okay? So let me go over here. Also, if you guys want to send in photos or videos, please let me know. I'm going to try to get that on the air as well here, okay? So will this wet snow along with the wind gusts cause power issues? I know everybody's kind of worried about the power issues with this system. I'm not expecting a widespread amount of power outages with this, okay? Yes, there could be some isolated power outages, but I'm not expecting widespread power outages, okay? One thing I am worried about is travel, because there's a lot of people that are going to be getting off of work, especially around that 4 to 6 time frame, and you're going to have heavy snow moving in, okay? We've already heard the reports in Northwestern Arkansas about wrecks, etc. If there's anything I'm really worried about right now, is that, okay? The power outages don't look too significant, but there could be some isolated outages, especially across eastern Arkansas. Something we'll have to watch and see across the board here, okay? So 70 degrees in my area just 16 hours ago. Now the ground is white. That's basically how Arkansas works, guys. We all know, we told you guys a couple of days ago, we're going to go from the 60s and 70s to the 20s and 30s, okay? So, and I know everybody's saying the sun's out. Will I see snow? Yeah, you guys will see snow, I promise you, okay? We told you guys that this was going to be a potential yesterday, that most areas were going to be in the 40s and 50s to start the day, and then we were going to see snowfall across the board. So we're going to go back to our statewide radar real quickly, guys, and I'm going to pull up temperatures at this point. So bear with me for just a second, and we're going to get that up for you guys at this point, okay? But except for we are expecting snowfall across much of the area at this time here, okay? It's gonna be this afternoon into this evening. Temperatures right now, 40s and 50s. We're kind of rocking and rolling at this point. All right, but we are expecting snowfall as we get towards this evening into the night. Folks, if you're wanting timing information, please check out the page. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and go over timing on this live stream because I'll be on this live stream for 5+ hours. Okay, if you need that information, please check out the page, okay? Had somebody ask, have I made that $20 yet? No, I have not yet. I have not. I'm going to wait and see what happens, okay? I know there's a lot of different opinions about what's going on across the area, okay? A generalized 1 to 3, okay? That's just basically all everybody's thinking into one. A generalized thinking of 1 to 3 inches of snow across the board, okay? Asking about what should schools do. Right now, this is going to come in after the schools are let out for most of the area, okay? This is coming right around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. If I would say if you want to go ahead and get your kids out before it gets bad, that's your choice. We can't control what schools do. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. All we can do is report the closings to you guys, okay? We have no control over if school's going to close or anything like that. All we can do is report, okay? So, something that we'll just have to keep an eye on here. We'll keep you guys updated with that. But if you guys want to do that, feel free. But it's going to be coming in around that 2 to 4 time frame here. So, school's going to be letting out. Work's going to be getting out. It's kind of the worst time possible to be getting heavy snow when everybody's trying to get off work and trying to get to the house. So, just something to kind of keep an eye on. We'll keep you guys updated with that here. But we don't control any sort of watches, warnings. We don't control what schools do or anything like that. We've had some reach out to us for opinions, but we don't control what they do here, guys. Okay, so is it going to be just snow? Is it just going to snow so hard that the roads will get bad? Allison, initially, the roads are going to be okay. And I was talking to Derek and the team about this morning. It's not so much as the snow I'm worried about. It's so much as people getting out on the roadways, seeing the heavy snowfall, and freaking out. That's the one thing I'm worried about, okay? Keep that in mind. If you're traveling this evening, the roads are going to be initially okay. Now, this evening in the overnight, that's when it's going to start taking off. That's when the road conditions are going to start deteriorating. But initially, the roads are going to be relatively okay. So, I'm not worried about the snow. I'm more worried about people reacting to the snow and causing issues on the roadways. Okay, that's what I'm really, really worried about. All right, so take it easy on the roadways, guys. It's not a speed track. I know you guys are going to see snow this evening and in the night, okay? Please be very, very careful on the roadways, guys, okay? I know everybody's trying to get home, everybody's trying to get off the roads, but you got to be very careful on the roadways, okay? So just kind of keep that in mind here across the board, all right? So eventually we'll get above freezing. Yes, that is true, Bob. I am going to watch that closely. Northern and Northeastern Arkansas. It's gonna be a task to get above freezing tomorrow across the area here, but we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Okay, so let me see here. I saw something about blizzard-like conditions as far as vision goes. Honestly, in some places may see this later on where you get heavy snow and 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts. I will say this, especially for short-term purposes, and this is one of those things that is new here. We haven't had this before recently, except for last year. What's called a snow squall warning. Okay, basically a snow squall warning is for those types of conditions, and it's short-term. It's something to kind of replace a blizzard warning or anything like that. If you were to say that, it's kind of like a short-term blizzard warning, if you were to put it that way. But basically, that's what it is. I'm not expecting that sort of thing later on, but we'll have to wait and see how intense the snow bands will be this afternoon, this evening. The one thing I'm worried about, you saw with the HRR, is some thunderstorm activity in southwest Arkansas with the cold air coming in. Something that you're just going to have to watch because that could lead to locally higher amounts of snowfall across the board, and that could lead to higher snowfall rates, and that's what could lead to some travel issues at this point. Okay, so if y'all have any more questions, please let me know here, but you can see what's going on across the board right now here, and look at this band right here, and this is what I'm talking about. Let's zoom down to the Fort Smith area at this point here. There's that band of snow coming into northwestern Arkansas right now. Right now, your temperature's hanging right around 34 degrees in Fort Smith. But here's my problem. Look at your dew points. Your dew points are right at 25 degrees right now. So precipitation's falling. Your dew points are going to rise, but your surface temperature is going to fall. So you're going to be probably in the 20s, probably within the next hour or so in Fort Smith. with precipitation coming in at this time here. But look at that band, and you see the darker blues in that band. That is the heavier snowfall rates going on across this area at this point. And this is quickly moving to the north and east here very quickly, guys. So something we're going to keep an eye on here, okay? We're not expecting ice, or not expecting any sort of big-time ice event with this, guys. It's going to be a classic transition over from rain to snowfall across the area. Mentioned before, if you guys need timing information, check out the page. You'll have all the information there, okay? So Vicky, it will be snow, okay? We're not expecting severe weather with this event, okay? What we mean, okay, if you take it back to the last event, remember what happened at the last event where we had some thunderstorm activity in southwest Arkansas, and it led to locally higher amounts of ice. Basically, that's the exact same setup we're looking with this one, okay? Something that we're going to watch. It's not a guarantee thing, but it's just something that we'll keep an eye on as we get towards this afternoon into this evening, okay? So, as mentioned before, guys, I know everybody's kind of asking about timing. Timing information is on the page at this point, okay? All the information is going to be on the page. If you're new here, thank you guys for being here. We appreciate y'all's following and everything else. But if y'all need that information, please check out the page. It's not just simply on the live streams. It's on the page as well here, okay? So, let me see here, Michael. Basically, that's it. That's a great comment. All 4 seasons, all in one day here, okay? So, I'm trying to get to the questions, too. Let me check out the inbox at this point, okay? And give me 1 second. Let me see if I can check out some videos we may have gotten in at this time here, okay? So, there was one from Taylor Bruce that we got in. Let me see where the location is. So, this is in Fayetteville. Some heavy snow in Fayetteville right now here. I'm going to see if I can try to get that up here. Now, it's not going to have any audio, but I am going to try to get that up for you guys on the end here. So, this is from Taylor Bruce in the Fayetteville area here, guys. I'm going to see if I can try to get this up for you guys at this point, okay? But I am monitoring questions, by the way. Let me see here. The last 2 events were ice storms across the board. This one's going to be primarily snow. This one's going to be a snow event for us here in Arkansas. I promise you. You're not going to deal. You may see some sleet. I will say that. You may see some sleet across the board for just a brief bit, excuse me. But I don't think this is going to be a big-time ice event across the year. This is going to be a rain to sleet, straight to snow across the board. Lake, yes, timing is basically still on the board. Just a little bit of shifts with the timing, but it's basically still the same, okay? So I'm going to take radar off for just a bit, all right? And this is something new that you guys are going to see. We haven't really done this before, so I'm going to try to see if I can get this to go for you guys here. But basically, give me 1 second. I got to switch this over so you guys can see this video, okay? So this is from Fayetteville up there at this point, okay? So there's the video here. This is from Taylor Bloyd, okay? So I'm sitting this right here, all right? So basically, this is it, okay? Let me see if I can get this to go here, okay? So this may have some audio with it, by the way. You may hear some audio with this, but this is the snow that's going on across Fayetteville at this time, and it's from Taylor Bloyd in Fayetteville. I do appreciate this video. If y'all have any more photos or videos, please send them in. I'm going to try to get them on the air for you guys at this point here, but this is what we got going, guys. You can see a good amount of snow accumulation on the ground already. Heavy snowfall across the board here, across the Fayetteville. You're looking at the roads already, too. Already treacherous, and these are temperatures in the 20s at this time here, okay? So you can see the snowfall really falling across the area, guys. So if y'all have any photos or videos or anything like that, please send them my way, guys. We'll try to get that on the air for you guys here. So that's basically how it looks in Fayetteville right now. Road conditions up there are snow covered, okay? If you have to travel this morning in Northwestern Arkansas, please, 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 please be very, very careful on the roadways, okay? We cannot stress that enough. Please be very, very careful on the roadways here. And as I said before, if y'all have any photos, videos, please let me know. We'll try to get that up for information for you guys at this time here, okay? So, Pottsville School's letting out at 1 o'clock. Jason, that's great. That's something I want to hear. Green Tech and Perigo are also letting out at 1 o'clock. Thank you again from Stuttgart. We appreciate that so much, guys. We appreciate y'all for being here. I know I said before, we started off at 800 viewers. We're at 400. A lot of people are leaving because they're not getting their information here. So for y'all just have to be patient with us, guys. We're a big page, big event coming our way. There's going to be big delays. So we're trying to get to everybody as quickly as we can. If y'all need information, please check out our main page as well. All information is going to be there at this point here. But I do appreciate the 400 that are y'all here right now. Listening to me right now, trying to get the information out at this point. If y'all know anyone that needs the information, please send them our way, okay? Please, please, please send them our way at this point, okay? So, Allison, the flash freeze thing I was talking about last night here, okay? Now, here's the thing. This point in the time frame, with temperatures being in the upper 30s, low 40s, I think the flash freeze potential is a little lower. We'll still have to wait and see on all that. I think Central and Eastern Arkansas has the better potential of that happening, but right now temperatures are about 10 to 20 degrees, a lot colder than what we were expecting, okay? We were expecting temperatures being the 50s, 60s by now, rocking and rolling. Temperatures right now, the warmest in the state right now is in southeast Arkansas, and you guys are right at 53, 54 degrees, okay? So something to just kind of keep an eye on here. We'll watch that potential close, and if something happens, we'll let you guys know on all that. But right now, with temperatures being a lot lower than expected, there's something to kind of keep an eye on here across the area, okay? So I am getting some new inboxes in here, guys. Give me 1 second. This is from Fort Smith. All right. Let me see here. Is this going to be a video? It's going to be a photo. Okay, so Fort Smith right now, very, very treacherous conditions here. Look at the roadways across the board here. Roadways are just a mess up here in Northwest Arkansas this morning, guys. So if y'all have to travel this morning, please be very careful in this area, okay? Also, if you're in Northwest Arkansas, let me know if you guys are seeing wet snow or the dry, powdery snow, because you guys are in the 20s right now across the area. So just let me know if you're seeing that dry, powdery snow, or you're seeing the heavy, wet, big flakes at this time here, okay? So London school closing at 12:30. Dover is closing at even 11:30. Dover, I do appreciate that. That is great. That is great. I want you guys to get out as early as possible. The less people on the roadways at rush hour, the better this situation is going to be here, because this is going to be coming in right around that 3, 4 o'clock time frame here. James, just heard an explosion again in Batesville. I don't know if it's weather related. It sounds more like explosions. I will check into that. If we have anything information-wise with that, we'll let you know. But right now, I haven't heard any information with that. Is the front coming in faster than expected? The front boundary, as a matter of fact, we're getting the wind profiles up right now, and it should be loading up close. But I would say the front right now is basically right down here in southeastern Arkansas. So front's already passed through the metro, where our winds are coming out of north. So we're not going to go too much into the 50s today. We're going to be kind of hanging in the upper 40s, maybe getting to 50, 51 today before the majority of the cold are coming in. But right now, 46 in the metro. Look at your dew points, by the way, right at 34 degrees. Down there in southern Arkansas, right now you're at 52 degrees here. So the front, your northerly winds are already pushing through. So your front's already passed. It's just a colder air coming in right behind it. The colder air is kind of lagging behind the frontal boundary at this point here. So there's something to kind of keep an eye on. We'll keep you guys updated on that. But the front's already passed through. It's just a colder air that's going to be coming down with it here. So as a matter of fact, let's take a look at 32 degree line at this point. So we're going to turn radar off for just a second. Okay, radar's going off for just a second. You can see there's current temperatures at this time here, okay? Look at the 32 degree line making its way down into the area. So 32 degree line is already past Northwest Arkansas. It's making its way over the mountains right now, and it's going to surge its way down into southeastern Arkansas as we get towards this afternoon, into this evening, into the nighttime tonight here, okay? So, snow in Mount Home, Arkansas, very lightly, cover the ground, but it has melted on low ways. So that's what I'm saying. The roadways initially are going to be fine, all right? We're not so much worried about the roadways in terms of rapid deterioration, in terms of rapid snowfall accumulation on the roadways. The one thing I'm worried about is snow's falling, everybody's trying to get home, and that's what could potentially lead to a very bad situation on the roadways later on, okay? That's why we're so worried about the rush hour time frame, because this is coming in at the worst time possible. Roadways will get bad later on this evening to tonight as the brunt of the cold air comes in and it interacts with the wet ground, okay? But initially, roadways are going to be good because your temperatures have been in the 60s and low 70s for the majority of the week instead of being in the 30s all week, okay? If we were in the 30s all week with snow coming in, we would have probably been dealing with a much, much bigger situation across the board here, okay? So I know everybody's saying it's cold across Heber Springs with temperature of Batesville. At this point right now, we're looking right around that 40, 41 time frame. 41, 40 to 41 area in the Batesville area at this time here, okay? So let's see here, Bigfoot Flakes in Berryville, which is in Carroll County. That's up here in Northwest Arkansas right now. 31 dry snow in Ozone. Lots of wind, Troy. That's that 20 to 30 mile per hour wind coming in with this Arctic front that's kind of moving in at the same time here. So let's see here. Let me give me 1 second. Let me see if I can switch this over to our wind gusts right now here. So I'm going to switch this over. I'm going to go back to temperatures real quickly. Okay, this is temperatures right now here. Okay, so the winds are going to start popping up here in just a bit, but you're going to see what we're talking about here. Okay, so there's your winds right now here. This is not snow, by the way. This is winds that you're looking at here. Okay, so a generalized area, 20 to 25 miles per hour. Look up here in Northwest Arkansas, about 25 to 30 mile per hour wind gusts at this point. This is going to start building in by the time we get towards this afternoon to this evening, because your low is moving south of Arkansas at this time, okay, and it's going to strengthen as it moves east of Arkansas, so that's going to lead to higher wind gusts across the board as we get towards this afternoon, especially this evening, especially for our folks in the eastern Arkansas at this time here, okay? So, Kelly, I've had a lot of questions about power outages, and we'll repeat this one more time. The power outage potential is not expected to be widespread. It's not going to be a widespread power outage potential. There could be isolated outages, especially across eastern Arkansas later on, but we're not expecting a widespread area of power outages, okay? So just kind of keep that in mind. If you do lose power, here's the thing. If you do lose power, it's going to be something that they can get to very quickly, okay? Just something to kind of keep an eye on here. We may see that, especially across eastern Arkansas with the 40, 45 mile per hour wind gusts, but the power outages are not expected to be a widespread thing with this event here. This is primarily snow. We're not dealing with freezing rain or sleet, but if snowfall rates can be high enough, we will see that across the board, okay? So just kind of keep that in mind. But we're not expecting a widespread area of power outages across the area, okay? So windy right now in Batesville right now here. And I don't think that was in Batesville. You don't have any precipitation ongoing right now here as far as I'm concerned. That may be something that's not weather related. I don't think it was thunder snow. I think it was something that was non-weather related. We'll check into that, guys. We'll have information for that if we hear about it, okay? But this is basically what we got going. You can see the snowfall moving across northwest Arkansas. There's a band that's coming into west central Arkansas right now here. You can see the darker blues, by the way. The darker blues that you're seeing on our radar is heavy snow, okay? So you got the white area, which is, already know that's snow. But the darker blues that you're seeing here is the heavier amounts of snow. Those are the snowfall rates that we're going to be seeing as we get towards this evening and into the nighttime hours here tonight. Okay, so let me check the inbox one more time and see if, like I said before, if y'all have any videos, please let me know. As I said before, I do appreciate Taylor Bruce earlier from Fayetteville, Arkansas, up there in northwest Arkansas, of the snow ongoing across the area. Friend has snow in Batesville, but nothing on radar here. Alyssa, I'm going to have to check into that, okay? So, there may be something that's going on under the radar right now here, but I don't think whatever happened in Batesville, I don't think that was weather-related. I think there was something that was non-weather related up there in that area here. But we'll check into that at this point here, okay? Snowing a lot in Benton County right now. Have gotten about 2 inches of snow up there in Benton County right now here. Thank you, Stephanie, for that report here up there in northwestern Arkansas at this time here, okay? So for this is the time now. If everybody's got questions, please let me know. Jennifer, I've already answered that one. Cabot, yes. So for all 75 counties have the potential of snowfall for today. Nobody's going to get missed out. Nobody's not going to see snow, anything like that. Everybody is under the winter weather advisory. The entire state's under the winter weather advisory. Everybody will see snow. The only thing that's going to be different is the accumulation, is the amounts. But everybody will at least see snowfall with this event. This is a statewide snowfall event. Nobody's getting skipped with this event, guys, okay? So, let me see here. Okay, so not doing anything here in Batesville. Thank you for that. If anyone needs to check the road conditions, you can always, yes, you can check iDrive. We'll have road conditions on the page as well. We'll get that information up for you guys after this live stream as well. Russellville, as I said before, same thing, okay? Everybody has the potential, and there's nobody that's getting missed out, all right? So therefore, we're not going to be sitting here going over specific cities and counties. If y'all need that information, please check out the page, okay? All we can do is tell you guys what's going on. All right, but everybody has that potential. Nobody's getting missed out. All right, everybody has the potential of seeing snowfall. All 75 counties have the potential of seeing snowfall for today. Northwest Arkansas is starting to ball. Okay, they're starting the game up there in Northwest Arkansas. This is going to start pushing into central and into eastern Arkansas as we get towards this afternoon and into this evening. Okay, so Troy, thank you for that report. Snowing hard in Ozone right now here. That's up there in Northwestern Arkansas. At this point, we're going to zoom down one more time, give you guys a statewide view of what's going on here, so you can see the snowfall moving from Oklahoma in northwestern Arkansas into southwestern Missouri at this point. Okay, this is going to start pushing southeastward throughout the day. This is going to be a general push to the southeast. This is not something that's going to happen rapidly. Okay, so what's going to be happening today is this snow is going to test a lot of people's patience. Okay, this is a patient tester snow. This is something that's going to be happening late into the day and into the overnight hours here. Okay, so this is basically one of those events that I call it a patient tester, because this is coming in slow instead of a fast transition over to snowfall across much of Arkansas. This is going to be a gradual change over to snow. Everybody's going to start off either clear, or you're going to start off with some rain, then you're going to have sleet, and then you're going to transition over to snow across the area. Okay, so it seems to be slowing down in Springdale. I think you have another band. Let's take a look at that real quick up here in northwestern Arkansas. Okay, so 7-4, this is moving through. This is up here in Solomon Springs, up towards Centerton, excuse me, up towards Rogers, and up towards Beaver as well here. Okay, so you can see up here in northwestern Arkansas, there is some dry air trying to intrude with this band right now here, but definitely this is going to be pushing into the area. So light snow to slight snow to moderate to heavy snow in some cases here. And take a look at this band that's setting up, and you can take a look at this real fast. And this is from Jasper to St. Paul, all the way down to just south of Mountain Bar, just north of Alma and north of Fort Smith at this point. Okay, this band right in here, I wouldn't be shocked if you had locally higher amounts of snowfall across the area. Alright, I wouldn't be shocked if you saw probably a ½ inch to an inch of snow within this band, maybe even higher, especially in the darker blues that you're seeing on radar at this time here. Okay, so you can see what's going on. You're at 25 degrees in Harrison right now, 30 degrees in Fort Smith, 25 in Fayetteville, 23 in Springdale, 25 in Solomon Springs at this point here, guys. So this is moving through very quickly. And then down here, as you can see, along 40, look at the rainfall. All right, you're going to start with some rain across the area. There may be some sleet as well, but this is going to quickly transition over to snow by the time we get towards this afternoon and into this evening here. Okay, so Alexa, what about the roadways? So 4. You can check that information out on iDrive.com. We'll have information on that on the page all day long, so you're not missing anything. But we'll have to wait and see, where are you coming from going towards Dallas? Are you talking central, northern Arkansas? Where's your location that you're coming from that you're going to go to Dallas from there? If you can provide that information, please let me know here. Okay, so I just need to know how much bread and milk I need to buy with this. This is going to be a very quick event, guys. I promise you. If you go to the store and buy stuff, you're going to be mad, because this is going to be something that's going to be quick. It's going to be something that's going to be tonight, tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, we're done. Okay, so that's northeast Arkansas. That's from Truman all the way to Dallas. You're taking probably I-40 all the way down to I-30 and into Dallas. The interstates, the main roads will have to be watched this evening into tonight. But in terms of the back roads as well, back roads are going to be worse than the main roads. But something you just have to keep an eye on here. We'll keep you guys updated on the iDrive and stuff like that. But honestly, tomorrow, what time are you leaving tomorrow? Because if you're leaving midday to the evening, you should be good to go. But if you're leaving first thing tomorrow morning, that's where you're going to have some issues on the roadways here. Okay, so my road to assume potential inch per hour snowfall rates later on. Honestly, that will be possible. But don't focus on just the rates of the snowfall, because it's going to be a widespread area. It's just those bandings are going to set up in random places. Some folks are going to see 1 inch, 1.5 upwards to 2 inch per hour snowfall rates, while others may not be so lucky. Okay, you can see what's going on up here in northwest Arkansas right now. Some areas there's a banding here, and then some areas seeing light snow right now here. So this is going to be kind of random. If you get under one of these bands later on, that's where you're going to see the higher snowfall rates. But yeah, basically probably an inch and a half snowfall rates later on, especially across central and eastern Arkansas here. Picking up in Harrison right now. You've got that band moving into Harrison at this point. Stone County as well. All right, so let's see before. Okay, so before, thank you guys for tuning in. We are in West Plains, Missouri right now. It has been snowing hard over here for an hour. April, thank you for that report. Stephanie, definitely those big snowflakes. That's something that up there in Northwest Arkansas, you're going to be kind of back and forth. You're going to have those big wet snowflakes, or you're going to have the dry, powdery snow, because your temperatures are really, really low up here at this point. You got temperatures 21 to 23 degrees here, so there's a lot of cold air right now, and that's going to work away at those big snowflakes from happening. So you may see that initially, but up there in Northwest Arkansas, you're going to start transitioning over to more of those dry, powdery snow, which accumulates quick, but it does kind of hurt in terms of snowball making at this time here. Okay, so let me see here. I saw that one report from Mountain Home. Sleeting in Mountain Home right now. Thank you, Michael, for that report. All right, let me see here. 1 inch so far in Harrison. Let's see here. Okay, so I think that's basically it here, guys. So before we're going to go over all the information at this point. Alma's already seen an inch. Thank you, Samantha, for that. Let me double check, make sure we're good. But I'm going to switch this back over to this map real quick, okay? So we're going to go over everything. Snowfall accumulations right now, 2 to 4 inches across Northwest Arkansas, 2 to 4 in the higher elevations over here in West Central Arkansas. A generalized 1 to 3 inches of snow across the area. Southeast Arkansas right now, we're talking a half an inch to an inch of snowfall down there in southeastern Arkansas. But keep in mind, pay attention to the right side of the graphic. Locally higher amounts could be possible with this snow. This is going to be coming in late this evening and into tonight. And so therefore, read number 3. Temperatures will be warm for much of the day, central and south Arkansas, before this event. Okay, the sun is out right now. Temperatures right now, you're approaching 60 degrees in southern Arkansas here. Okay, so keep that in mind. This will be moving into Arkansas as we get towards this afternoon into this evening. South Arkansas, you'll be seeing it later on. Also, 40 to 45 mile per hour wind gusts will be possible with this. Widespread snowfall potential / accumulation is likely at this time here, okay? And as so forth, this is, give me 1 second, let me switch this over to our timing map here so you guys can see. But this information will be available on the page here, so you guys aren't missing anything at this time here, okay? So, remember for just a bit, let me switch this over, okay? So this is current timing at this time here. I'm going to see if I can move this map up so you guys can see it a little clearer, okay? So, now to 5 p.m. up there in northwestern Arkansas, 2 to 7 from west central to northeast Arkansas, 4 p.m. right around rush hour to right around midnight for much of southwest, central, and eastern Arkansas. And in southern Arkansas, we're talking 8 p.m. tonight to all the way to about 1 o'clock in the morning tomorrow morning. And this should be quickly out of here by the time we get towards the 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock time frame tonight here, okay? So before, if you're traveling this afternoon in the metro, I know a lot of schools are letting out early. I do appreciate that. If we can get that more, that'd be great. But as we mentioned before here, guys, something that we're just going to have to watch very, very closely across the area. 1 to 3 inches of snow across the board. 2 to 4 higher elevations of western Arkansas and northwest Arkansas. Locally higher amounts of snowfall could be possible across the area. Okay, we'll keep you guys updated. We're not going anywhere. Me and Derek will be out, by the way. We will be out in the field, keep you guys updated on the roadways, etc. And so for if you need road information, we're gonna have that on the page as soon as this live stream is over. Just measured 2 inches of snow already in Harrison now. So basically, this map. Let's go back to it real quick. Okay, this map is verifying to a T up here in northwest Arkansas right now. 2 to 4 up here, northwest Arkansas. 1 to 3, 2 to 4 in higher elevations over here, and this does include far western Pulaski County, by the way. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. We'll have to watch that close. I didn't bump it to Little Rock just yet, but if something happens, we'll keep you guys updated on that. But right now, I think this is going to be good to go. And then southern Arkansas, lower amounts, but locally higher amounts will be possible across this area. Alexa, before I get off of here, I will answer your question. I would honestly, if you could do it today, I would honestly, I don't know what time you have. If you can do it now, that'd be great, because you'll get down there, you'll be good to go. But if you can't do it, because the later you get into the day, the worse the roads are going to get. Okay, so tomorrow morning, if you have to get out, if it's just a constant that you had to get to Dallas, please be very careful on the roadways. The main roads, for the most part, are going to be okay, but just watch it on the bridges and the overpasses, guys. Be very, very careful on the roadways. I really hope that helps you out. But if you can leave like right now or something like that, I think you'll be good to go before the snowfall gets here. But the later you go, the worse it's going to get. So if you can't leave right now, I would do it probably first thing in the morning. And just be careful on the roadways if you have to get out, okay? So it's just moving in faster than expected. Right now, Ronnie, this is moving in right on schedule. Nothing has changed so far with this. Nothing has majorly changed. It's just moving in at a slow pace. Remember what I said, this is going to be a patience system. This is going to be a patience tester system. This is going to be something that's going to be a gradual change in Arkansas. It's not going to be something that's going to be rapid. It's going to be something that's going to happen later this afternoon, into this evening, into the night, okay? So, for anybody out there that's listening, I got over near 300 people in this live stream. I want you guys to pay attention to me real quick. If y'all have any questions in terms of if this is going to happen, our answer is going to be yes. All 75 counties have the potential of seeing snowfall for today. Nobody's getting skipped. Nobody's getting left out. Nobody, okay? All 75 counties have potential of seeing snowfall for today, okay? Nobody's getting left out with this event, all right? I promise you. Everybody's in the same boat with this event. Nobody's getting left out. The only thing that's different with everybody today is the amount of snowfall you will see. Some folks may start off as rain. Some folks may start off as sleet. Some may go straight to snow, okay? But everybody will see snowfall. Everybody across the board, all 75 counties, will see snowfall for today. Please keep that in mind this afternoon, this evening here, okay? But, Michael, yes, this will move pretty quickly because the low is deepening east of Arkansas, and it's going to move very quickly, okay? So, it's going to be a slow transition, but then it's going to rapidly get out, okay? So, just kind of keep that in mind, folks. 7-4. If y'all have any questions, please let me know. But I'm going to tell you now, if you're asking about if my area is going to see this, our answer is going to be yes, right out of the gate, okay? All 75 counties have the potential of seeing snowfall for today. One more report we got. 2 inches of the fluffy stuff in Berryville, Carroll County, so far, and it's still coming out pretty heavily here. So, let me see here. I would not be shocked up there, especially up there in Carroll County, because you got a heavy band coming in right now. I wouldn't be shocked if you made a run for that 4-inch. And that's what I'm saying. 2 to 4 is a good area up there. But some folks, especially on that heavier band, may make a run for that 4, maybe even higher. Locally higher mounts will be possible across the board. And yes, Richie, yeah, this includes the River Valley, okay? Everybody's in the same boat. Nobody's getting left out today, okay? That's all I got for you guys. This information is fixing to get posted on the page. Just in case anybody missed it, and I'm going to say now, if you're tuning into this live stream late, main thing I want to go over to kind of reiterate everything I've said, confidence in widespread snowfall potential is on the table today. It's a 100% likely thing. Nobody's getting left out. Nobody's going to see this or see that. Everybody's seeing snowfall for today. Some folks are going to start as rain. Some will be sleet. Some will be straight to snow. But everybody has the potential of snowfall across the area for today. Okay? It is 11 o'clock. I may do another live stream right around 2:45, 3 o'clock time frame if something majorly has changed. But nothing major has changed with our forecast. Everything is still the same. One thing that we want to stress is that some folks may see heavier banding, and that's where some folks can see upwards to, we have 1 to 3 right now. Some folks may see a 4. Some folks may see a 5 out of this, especially in higher elevations, okay? So we'll have all the information you guys need to know right here in your source for all things Arkansas weather.